Hello, hello, hello. Hello, is this working? I'm not sure if this is working. Hold on. Hold on. I can see a little bit working. Is this working? Hang on. I need somebody on here to let me know if this is working. It looks like it's working. Okay. Scratch my head. Okay. I figured the problem out. It looks like it's working. I'm getting little green dots at the bottom. So hopefully everybody can hear me now as I'm doing this. It's crazy, just crazy. Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is the Guru Mama. So the little green dots are going back and forth. Hopefully, you can hear me well. You know, all I can do is try. That's all I can do is try. And see what the hell's going on. Some reason it was going to something was happening with the pausing between my MacBook and my iPhone. And it's like my iPhone has connected to my husband's phone, and now he's on my Apple ID and trying to get him off my Apple. I don't know. I'm just totally confused with it all. Trying to get it all together. Fuck. It's been one of those days. Anyways, things have been a wee bit crazy um lately. Everything's always crazy with me. I think everything's just always nutters. But anyways, I did okay, couple things. All right, and I can't spend too much time on here. First of all, because I do have a reading. I got a reading at 11, but I wanted to come in and I really wanted to touch base with people. I do have my moon readings on sale for $40. So if you're wanting this lunar reading, I'm going to stress to you guys, things are going to start getting crazy. They're going to start getting erupted. I did post stuff up on my Facebook page, but I don't know. Sometimes they hide my shit. So things happen, you know, things happen. Just saying. But we do have the moon readings on sale right now and they are a recorded reading that I do for you so that you can get the gist of what the energies are today. So, in some ways, today feels like a little bit of a godsend because after trudging through lovely Capricorn moon, which is hell, because it always feels like when the moon is in Capricorn, even when I know people with charts with moons in Capricorn, sometimes even though everything else looks really harmonious in their chart and everything else, their interior core of having a moon in Capricorn can feel like, oh, okay, I got to do this, I got to do this. It's like an anxiousness that comes up that they may have. Now, the heaviness, it was, and it's very heavy. Now, all that with the South Node checklist energy in Virgo. So we've been deep in motions, fixing, sorting, analyzing, and sometimes it feels like an endless. But we have the Aquarius moon. So it's intellect, but it still wants to fix. It's quirky, but most of all able to help us step back and see the bigger picture. That's what Aquarius does. It really gets us to see a bigger picture of what's happening, so you're not getting caught up in all the cray of everything. I was really doing some some great. I've been doing exploration more on my chart on things, my astrocartography on where's the best place for me to live. And the reasons why there's been so much disruption is that because where a lot of my energy is here in Calgary. I mean, I gotta admit, ever since I'm like my life has not been smooth. I mean, it's never really been smooth, but it's been more chaotic in the last few in all of the years of living in Calgary. Calgary has been a very embrace a beautiful, loving energy of meeting and creating and collabing with people, yet it is eruptive and volcanic at times, and things come in out of the blue that you wouldn't even expect to happen. They just like poof, there they are. Poof, there they are. Poof, there they are. That's been my things going on. So it is where I feel things are moving, and things are moving within for me. There's a lot of concerns and stuff that I am starting to feel, especially as we get closer to, to me coming into to work. I know I have to work. Work is very important, as I do need to have an income. If I don't have an income, I don't eat, I don't live. I live on the street in a tent, which won't help my body any. So I definitely have to, you know, work, but it is the physical demands upon my body. And I've been talking to the physiotherapist and stuff and about that, and it has been very um interesting on some of the things that we're setting up in order to help me along this journey as I'm going through it. And that's where I find this energies too coming in, where it's like, wait, do we even need to fix this all? Sometimes the problem is only the problem because we keep circulating it, circling it on the chart, on the chalkboard, trying to be Einstein when really it's just follow the flow. So right now, it's like for me, just follow the flow. Just do what you're doing, you know, um, keep the notes that you're keeping and continue on. Uranus is stationary retrograde tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which means today is the last day Uranus is direct for a while. And so there's going to be a lot of sparks of information, situations that don't go as expected. Don't overcomplicate this. Just go with the flow. Don't make them bigger than they are. And you're going to find people are going to make things bigger than what they are. We've seen crazy tweets from Trump, and ooh, they're conspiracy. It sounded like a fucking high school thing, like his tweets, sometimes like, ooh, what are the three of those guys doing? They're conspiracying about the United States of America. Like, how do you know? They're probably talking about, hey, we need to look at things and make sure that we're secure. How can we keep our country secure? Whatever it is. But people sometimes make a mountain out of a molehill. And they want everything to always be around them. It's all about me. It's all about me. Look at me. It's me. It's me. It's all about me. And so they complicate things. They make things crazier. And Mars beginning to square over to Jupiter, there's a pressure to finish things, force things, or believe you're out of options. But you do have options. This is where you have to step back. This is why, you know, you got to breathe and let the Aquarius moon show the wider horizon, right? So don't force it, flow it. Don't, write your letter that you have to write and then let it go. Complications aren't as complicated as they may seem. Be humble, surrender, let God and spirit, take God to be your guidance. Be that inner light. Don't you be your own inner light. That's the issue with the world today. Everybody, oh, I'm being my own inner light. No, no, that's where you gotten into trouble. Calling your divine, calling God to be your inner light. Ask God, help me to do whatever I need to do. Open the doorways, bring forth you. I am open to the abundance that you are providing for me each and every day, dear Heavenly Father. Thank you. Asking, opening the doors and saying, yes, I'm opening to the doors for better health and healing in my life and in those around me. Bless me, Heavenly Father. Bless me, Heavenly Mother. Doing that is going to help you to get through. Yes, will there be trials? Yes, will there be tribulations? Yes, will there be other crazy shit that you might be going through, right? But If you are humdrumming it on and thinking you're the only one that can handle this, yeah, it's going to be crappy. It's going to be shitty. Sometimes you just got to let things go. There's not a lot you can do. If you've exhausted everything, but you keep circling everything on the fucking chalkboard, yeah, it's going to get crazy. I'm guaranteeing you everything's going to get crazy. I posted that up on my Facebook. I gave you guys an outline out up on my Facebook. A lot of people will ignore it. They're not going to look at it. But it is what it is. Would this be any different if there was somebody else in power? No, it'll just look different. That's all I'm going to say. Every single government has a facade put up on them right now. And this facade looks great. Yes, yes, it looks great. It looks grand. It's grand. Yet in this facade, behind it is a pile of shit. So look at the facade you're putting up. What are you putting up in your life? Right? And then you got to look at, okay, no, 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 no. I don't want to live behind a facade. I don't want to live behind this crap. You know what? I need to live the truth of who I am in my own integrity with that of the divine. If I'm not doing that, if you're not doing that and you're trying and you're struggling and then you're going from this person to that person to this person, oh, help me out. Oh, give me the answers I want. Yeah, and I have it. The whole thing of having, I feel the spiritual movement screwed up when everybody kept on saying, "Oh, you have the power in you. The power is in you." Yes, I'm going to agree to the point. Yes, you do have power within you, but that power within you is not activated if you do not have the divine with you. Okay, I got this thought and I got to figure out how to say it. It's like all of, in the age of Pisces, it talked about God. God is in here. All right. This is you got to get God in here. Even though we know the divine's all around us. But now we're entering into the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius is saying, yes, God is here, yet we got to take the step back to allow that to come forth within us and guide us. If we're not allowing that to come forth within us and guide us, then we are still here trying to be the director of it all. And in trying to be the director of it all, that's why you have the woke community being the woke communities, because, oh, you'll offend me because that is all about me within me within me. And it's like, no, it's not. Step back and take the wider horizon and take a look around you. There's more. And the divine is there for you. And if you embrace that, then you're embracing more of who you are and the beauty of who you are and activating the truth and the light that is there for us to activate and be that guiding light, like the Hermit. The Hermit card is the Virgo card. It is the one that is like, I've gone through a lot of shit. Like, if you look at the Hermit card, he's like hunched over. He's got his little thing. He's got a little lantern, but he's gone through a lot of crap, right? He's gone through his stuff. And it's saying that, yeah, I've gone through my stuff, but I'm trusting that guided light. That guided light is there, and it's not going to go out for me, because I'm allowing that to come into my life. And that's where we're at the astrology. And you're going to see everybody else is going to look at different ways, and they're going to be circling everything on the chalkboard, and they're going to get frustrated, and it's going to get into more chaos. With Uranus going retrograde, it is like this is where we're at. We're at the point as far as they're going to push the limits of everything at this time. Now it's reactivating, and it's us reviewing all of those limitations and everything that has been pushed to this activation point and going back into Taurus. And when it goes back into Taurus, it is going to get us to look at everything that is Taurus: our money, our relationships, our values. All of that's going to come up for evaluation. This is where the money system is going to get shaken up. This is where you're going to see people's values are going to get shaken up. This is where relationships are going to get shaken up. And the whole thing about how do we connect with one another? How do we connect within our own selves, relationships not only with ourselves, but with other people around us. As Pluto is dredging up. I mean, he's going to get all the way back to almost like not into Capricorn. He's I'm done with you. I won't see you for another 248 years, bitch. I'm heading into New Horizons, and the New Horizons has a lot of new inventions. It has new things to do with humanity. It has new discoveries that are going to be coming in when it has to do with innovations, anything to do with science. And if you notice now, people are questioning. I mean, even has coming up with questioning on the thingy, and I mean, you can't even really mention that too much because it's still people like, oh, don't say that. I had some real listening to my um, physiotherapist and stuff, and I was saying that because I had to go for blood work. Hence, I got a bruise. Got the blood work. Blah blah blah. Blood work's fine. My cholesterol's okay. Everything seems okay. Things are fine. But she goes, well, when was the last time you went for blood work? And I said, well, when I got the accident, they did all the blood work for me, and they said everything was fine. So hey, did urine, everything else. And this is where it's like, okay, I'm not one to go and run to the doctor for this and that. And she goes, oh, well, her husband's going through this whole thing because he goes, he wants to get a full MRI and all of this on his body and his health. And he's thinking about this. And I think he's in his, I'd say she's got 2 little ones and stuff. She must be in her 30s, right? So she's not that old. She's not that old. Anyways, a young mom and she with two children and stuff. And this is where she's saying, the reason why he's like that is that because he's had a couple friends die. Like all of a sudden, one friend had pancreatic cancer, came out of the blue, don't know why. Now they had this young mom who was just 30, passed away, from cancer, just unknown, just popped up, nothing, and ended up with stage 4 cancer and died, left, her family and everything. But these things, I said, this is the age we're into. And I said, I can go down the conspiracy thing, but I'm sitting here in physio. I can't really go down the conspiracy thing. She goes, no, 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 don't say anything. But I said, people are so, um, there's so many people that have elixired up that, yeah, health is going to come in to be a big thing. Right. There are new, beautiful innovations and new things that are coming up to help people that have done the thing, and a lot new therapies and everything else that are coming in. But still, the the reality of things, this is part of the reality. This is taking down the facade and starting making, we got to look at truth. And this is a hard one when people have made a decision that they're angry that they had to have made, right? Or decisions. And it doesn't even have to be that. It could be other things in their life that have happened, and they, it's like, oh, damn, I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have listened to that person, kind of thing. So this is coming into reevaluation. This is coming into a time of us really looking at the directions of where we need to go into and what we need to be doing within our own lives. But first and foremost, we got to bring God first. Because you're not bringing God first, and you're not allowing the love to come into your life, then you're allowing sloth to come into your life. That's a whole nother kettle of fish there when you're allowing that to come into your life. Because that's where I think the majority of our society is. It's in sloth. It's allowing other things to do things for them that they should be doing themselves. It's not allowing the first and foremost of allowing the love and the faith and the hope and the charity to come into their world and handing it over. It's hard sometimes. It's very difficult. But, it's the more we do it, the more we are being able to humble and surrender ourselves and let God and Spirit guide the day. It's the most important thing. Remember, we are heading towards a Pisces lunar eclipse this weekend. Energy is going to intensify, and I'm going to tell you there's going to be some kind of fucking banana peel around the corner that's going to slip you up. So just be aware. And it could be something minor, it could be something big, but just allow yourself to be aware of the things of your surroundings and the energies that are coming in. So spirit is helping you clear what isn't part of the dream. All right. So I got to get going. I have a reading, and yeah. So let me know if you want a reading. God bless and the goddess bless you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.